In manufacturing companies, there's a recurring debate that never seems to go away. It usually starts as an organizational question, but it quickly turns into something much deeper. Should supply chain management sit under procurement, or should it sit under manufacturing or operations? There's no universally correct answer, but the consequences of that choice are often far greater than people expect, especially for how procurement evolves over time. Let's start with the model where supply chain sits under procurement. One common argument is escalation logic. When things really go wrong, severe shortages, supplier insolvencies, geopolitical disruptions, procurement is often the function that has to step in eventually. It is procurement that can link future business to restoring continuity of supply. Volumes, contracts, long-term commitments, these levers don't sit in logistics or planning. They sit in procurement. There's also a strong information argument. Supply chain teams are close to operational reality. They see bottlenecks, capacity constraints, lead time volatility, and quality issues. When that information flows directly into procurement, supplier strategies tend to become more realistic. Risk management improves. Conversations with suppliers are grounded in facts rather than assumptions. So structurally, having supply chain under procurement can make a lot of sense. But there's a downside, and it's a serious one. Supply chain is operational by nature. It lives in the day-to-day, daily calls, escalations, expediting, firefighting. If procurement fully absorbs supply chain without very clear boundaries, it risks being pulled into what I would call operational gravity. And operational gravity is powerful. Once procurement leaders spend most of their time discussing yesterday's shortages and tomorrow morning's deliveries, something changes. The time horizon shrinks. Strategic thinking gets crowded out. Procurement becomes indispensable, but increasingly reactive. Busy, but less influential. Now let's look at the opposite model. Supply chain sitting under manufacturing or operations. Here the logic is execution excellence. Manufacturing owns output. Output depends on flow. Flow depends on supply chain. When supply chain sits close to the shop floor, decisions can be made quickly. Accountability is clear. Feedback loops are short. In many environments, this works extremely well. But this model also has a blind spot. When supply chain is fully absorbed by manufacturing, procurement can drift away from operational reality. Supplier strategies risk becoming abstract. Contracts are negotiated without a deep understanding of daily constraints. And in the worst cases, procurement designs elegant long-term strategies that collapse the moment reality intervenes. So neither model is inherently right or wrong. The real issue is not where supply chain sits on the org chart. The real issue is how procurement preserves strategic altitude while staying grounded in reality. This matters even more once we step back and look at what procurement is increasingly expected to do. In many manufacturing industries, we are moving away from a pure inside-out innovation model. Traditionally, engineering defined the next product generation, froze specifications, and procurement was asked to find suppliers who could deliver them. Procurement fulfilled. Today, competitive advantage increasingly sits outside the company, with semiconductor suppliers, battery makers, material specialists, software and manufacturing technology providers. Innovation happens in ecosystems. That requires a different procurement role. Procurement needs to identify supplier innovation early, secure access to it, and integrate it into product roadmaps together with engineering. That is outside-in innovation, and it requires time, focus, and senior attention. Now here's the tension. If procurement is structurally pulled into daily supply chain firefighting, it simply does not have the bandwidth or the mental space to play that role. Outside innovation does not happen between escalation calls. At the same time, procurement cannot operate in a strategic vacuum. A procurement function that loses touch with operational reality will quickly lose credibility, internally and externally. So the best setups I've seen don't fuse procurement and supply chain. They connect them deliberately. Supply chain owns execution, flow, and short-term continuity. Procurement owns supplier strategy, long-term capacity, innovation, and risk positioning. The interface between the two is tight. Information flows freely. Issues escalate cleanly, but the roles remain distinct. This separation is not about silos. It's about protecting procurement's ability to think ahead. Because once procurement becomes indistinguishable from supply chain operations, it stops being a strategic function, even if the title remains the same. And once supply chain is cut off from procurement's strategic levers, it loses the ability to influence the root causes of its own problems. This is why the procurement supply chain question is never just about structure. It's about ambition. Is procurement expected to shape the future of the business, supplier ecosystems, innovation, access, long-term resilience, or is it primarily expected to keep things running? Both matter, but they are not the same job. So the next time this debate comes up, procurement or supply chain, don't stop at the org chart. Ask a more fundamental question. Is procurement being protected from operational gravity or slowly being consumed by it? Because that answer will determine whether procurement remains a strategic force or gradually becomes just another operational function.